Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel GMB SHOW. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Good Morning Britain viewers were left in tears on Thursday when familiar face Ben Shephard made a heartwarming return to the ITV program. The breakfast show saw Susanna Reid and Richard Madeley play hosts to Pride of Britain's young hero Jacob Newsom, who has impressively fundraised over £160,000 in tribute to his late mother. Avid watcher of This Morning and admirer of Ben Shephard, young Jacob had no idea that the GMB crew planned an endearing surprise for him on his visit. Ben soon stepped into the spotlight, astonishing Jacob with his presence and topping it off with an exclusive message from the boys' adored football squad, driving him to joyful tears. Emmerdale, Mac tells John that Aaron will leave him for Robert. Susanna couldn't contain her delight at Ben's appearance, saying, "Lovely to see you back." Ben himself felt a sense of nostalgia, disclosing, "Gosh, it's funny being back." Not one to miss a witty opportunity, co-host Richard quipped, "Fancy taking over, Ben?" reports the Mirror. Touched by the special moment, fans also poured out their emotions on Twitter, now X, with tweets like #GMB. What an amazing, inspiring young man. I cannot stop crying. #Pride of Britain @GMB. Others expressed their teary-eyed mourning with tweets like, "Oh God, I'm crying at 7:45 a.m. His reaction to being a mascot at Leeds. #GMB. And it's a while since @Ben Shephard has made me cry on @GMB. #GMB, #Jacob, #Pride of Britain Awards." This outpouring of emotion follows the news that Jacob said his mother would probably be filling heaven up with her tears following his touching accolade received earlier this week, recognizing his charity work done in her loving memory. Jacob was 7 years old when he tragically lost his mother, Andrea, to breast cancer in December 2020, when she was just 49. Since her passing, Jacob and his father Andrew have embarked on numerous fundraising adventures both domestically and internationally, amassing over £160,000 for St. Gemma's Hospice in Leeds, which cared for his mother, and the Royal Air Force (RAF) Benevolent Fund, an organization offering lifelong assistance to current and former RAF personnel and their families. Known as Jacob the Pilot due to his passion for aircraft and aviation, the young boy's endeavors were recently acknowledged at the 25th Pride of Britain Awards, where he was honored with the Good Morning Britain Young Fundraiser of the Year award. The father and son team have undertaken several charity challenges in recent years, including scaling Ben Nevis, completing the Yorkshire Three Peaks Challenge, and even conquering North Africa's tallest mountain, Mount Toubkal in Morocco. In August, the daring duo completed a 4-day hike across the Pyrenees, journeying from France to Spain. The sun had barely risen over London when the familiar theme music of Good Morning Britain played. But this time, something was different. Viewers sipping their early cups of tea blinked in disbelief as the camera panned across the studio desk. Sitting there, smiling warmly, was none other than Ben Shephard. For months, Ben's absence had left a noticeable gap in the nation's morning routine. His charm, wit, and quiet ability to balance serious headlines with lighthearted banter had been missed. Social media had often buzzed with fans asking, "When will Ben be back?" That morning, they had their answer. But his return wasn't just any appearance. It was for a very special reason. The show was marking its 25th anniversary, and producers had planned a heartfelt celebration inviting some of the program's most beloved hosts from over the years. And Ben, one of the most cherished, was at the very heart of it. As he greeted viewers, his eyes sparkled with nostalgia. "I can't tell you how good it feels to be back here," he said, his voice tinged with emotion. Across the country, fans found themselves unexpectedly emotional. For many, Ben wasn't just a presenter. He was a reassuring presence, a friendly face they had grown up with, someone who had helped them start their day with a smile. Twitter and Facebook were soon flooded with messages. "Crying at the sight of Ben back on my screen. This has made my morning." It's like welcoming back an old friend. Ben Shephard is the reason I loved GMB. Today feels so special. As the program unfolded, a reel of memorable moments played. Ben interviewing prime ministers, sharing uncontrollable giggles with Kate Garraway, and comforting guests through difficult stories. Laughter and tears flowed in equal measure. The highlight came when Kate herself turned to him, her voice breaking ever so slightly. "Ben, I can't imagine doing this anniversary without you. You've been more than a colleague, you've been family." The studio fell silent as Ben reached across the desk to squeeze her hand. The bond between them was clear, forged over years of early mornings, breaking news, and shared cups of coffee. Then, as the show neared its close, Ben revealed why the return meant even more to him personally. "When I left, I said it wasn't goodbye forever. Today proves that. Life takes us in different directions, but some connections, like this one, are too strong to fade." By the end of the broadcast, fans admitted they were in tears. It wasn't just nostalgia. It was the reminder that television at its best is about people, about the familiar voices and faces that weave themselves into the fabric of daily life. As the credits rolled, one message on social media seemed to capture the mood perfectly. "Seeing Ben Shephard back on GMB feels like coming home." And for that special morning, it truly did.